If there's one comparison that will split the entire eFootball community this week, it's this one. Is the new big-time Bellingham actually better than Gullit? And honestly, this is one of the hardest comparisons I've done in a long time, because we're not comparing a random AMF to another AMF. We're comparing two 107 rated hole players that can play almost everywhere on the pitch and still dominate games. But I'm going to be completely honest here. I don't think this is as one-sided as some people are making it seem. The first thing that makes this comparison interesting is their versatility. Bellingham can play LWF, SS, RWF, LMF, AMF, RMF, and even CMF, and he still keeps an elite rating across almost all of those positions. Gullit is the same kind of player. He can play CF, SS, LWF, RWF, AMF, and multiple midfield positions without feeling out of place. That's incredibly rare in eFootball. Most cards are elite in one or two positions. These two can literally become the center of your team, regardless of where you play them. Let's start with Jude Bellingham, because I think Konami actually made a very interesting card here. This is the recent World Cup version of Bellingham, not the absolute peak version that many people think we might still get in the future. Even then, the card is ridiculous. 92 offensive awareness, 91 ball control, 91 dribbling, 92 tight possession, 91 low pass, 91 finishing, 92 speed, 92 acceleration, and 94 stamina is an incredibly complete stat profile. There are almost no weaknesses here. He can dribble, pass, finish, make late runs into the box, and press for the full 90 minutes. Then Konami gives him attacking surge and magnetic feet, which makes him even more dangerous when carrying the ball through midfield. The thing I like most about this Bellingham card is that he feels like a modern complete midfielder. He isn't built around one broken mechanic. He's built around doing everything at a very high level. The passing is excellent, the movement is excellent, and the stamina means he can constantly make whole player runs without disappearing late in the match. Now, let's talk about Ruud Gullit, because this is where things get interesting. This is the AC Milan Prime version of Gullit, and I completely understand why so many players still prefer him. This card has been terrifying in eFootball for a reason. 91 finishing, 95 kicking power, 92 speed, 92 acceleration, 92 physical contact, 90 jump, and 88 heading immediately tell you that this is not a normal attacking midfielder. Gullit plays like a midfielder and a striker at the same time. His passing is actually lower than Bellingham's, with 79 low pass and 78 lofted pass. And that's one of the few areas where Bellingham clearly wins. But Gullit gives you something that Bellingham simply doesn't: physical dominance. At 190 centimeters with 92 physical contact and bullet header, Gullit can bully defenders, win aerial duels, and score goals that most attacking midfielders have no business scoring. That's why so many players use him as a striker, even though he's technically an AMF. This is also where I think people need to be careful. On paper, Bellingham looks more complete, but in actual eFootball gameplay, physicality is one of the strongest traits in the game, especially at the highest level. Gullit can receive the ball with his back to goal, hold off defenders, turn, and shoot with 95 kicking power. Bellingham is smoother in build-up play, but Gullit is far more intimidating inside the final third. I also think the version matters a lot. Bellingham is still relatively young, and this card represents a fantastic period of his career, but probably not his absolute prime. Gullit's AC Milan version is widely considered one of the greatest versions of Gullit ever. Konami essentially gave him a card based on a legendary era of football history. That naturally makes the comparison a little unfair. If we compare them role by role, Bellingham is the better creator and connector. His passing, stamina, and overall midfield control are superior. He's the player I'd choose if I wanted someone to link midfield and attack, while constantly making intelligent runs. Gullit is the better match winner. He scores more spectacular goals, wins more physical battles, and gives you a completely different dimension because of his heading, jumping, and power. There are games where Gullit can genuinely carry a team almost by himself. The special skills also reflect this perfectly. Magnetic feet helps Bellingham keep the ball under pressure, while attacking surge encourages aggressive forward movement. Gullit's low screamer and bullet header are much more direct and goal-focused. One card is designed to control attacks, the other is designed to finish them. So, is the new big-time Bellingham better than Gullit? My honest answer is no, but it's much closer than I expected. I think Bellingham is probably the better all-around midfielder. And for some players, he may actually fit their playstyle better. But if we're talking about overall impact, versatility across multiple attacking positions, physical dominance, and the ability to decide matches on his own, Prime AC Milan Gullit still has the edge. And I completely understand why some players will still choose Gullit. He's an absolute legend, and Konami gave him a card that still feels special even by today's standards. Bellingham is incredible, and I genuinely think this is one of the best modern midfielder cards Konami has released in a while, but for me, Gullit remains the king.